Hey guys. Whew, my hair is wild. Alright, now I'm dark. Hi guys. Let's see if I can see Lexi. Hey girl. Lexi, what up? Hey guys, love seeing you guys come in. Thank you. Titanium Friday. Alright, I'm trying to get Lexi in, you guys. Hi guys. I'm waving. Hi guys. Alright. No. Oh my god. Why can't I see her? There we go. Yes. Let's see if that happens. I see you. Yes!
Hey.
That was the most seamless one we've had so far. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy.
Expect technical difficulties later on, though.
No. We're having like issues with our service over here, so it's, See? You see? And it wasn't me, I think. Come back. Do you guys see her? Or is it me? It's not you, it's me. Let's see if I can get her back. Okay. I knew there was going to be something. All right, one more time.
It was totally me, don't worry.
Okay. It's not you, it's me. I love it. Awesome. Okay. So I'm a mess, dude. My hair is barely combed. Like, sorry.
No, dude, it's 8 p.m. here. I should be in bed right now.
I told you, if you wanted to do it earlier, we could have done it. Like, people can
I'm
always
happy it's Thursday and not Friday, though.
Oh, well, Friday, I won't be here, but sweet, dude. I see all the goodness behind you right now.
Yes.
All right, you guys. So my name is Tiffany. I am the founder and one of the hosts of Welding Women Syndicate. And tonight is our, I can't even say Feature Friday. What the heck are we going to, Tool Thursday. Bam. Hashtag that, baby. I don't know. I'm like off my schedule here too. We have Lexi with Dynabraid, and so I have been kind of like following her for a minute. I saw she was hanging with one of the sisters. She's with Sarah, and then with the other Sarah. And then all of a sudden she took a little trip, and I kind of started like inquiring when I could get you on the show, right?
Yeah.
So we all know it's Welding Women Syndicate, and I love the fact that you're a woman, but I saw this one particular situation. But first and foremost, let me just thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you.
No, I'm glad that we could do this. I'm excited. Yeah. A little nervous, but excited.
You know what? I'm nervous every single time. I'm not kidding. Like I'm every single time I'm nervous. I promise. So you never know. Like there's always going to be some type of like technical issue, or I don't know. Like who knows? You know what I mean?
Oh, but yeah, I'll have plenty of them. Don't worry. I promise.
You're what? No, don't say that. No. Instagram hates me, I promise. So don't jinx us yet. But anyhow, Lexi's with Dynabraid, and we were just talking about a few tools of the trade, and she's actually in a super secret spot tonight. So would you just kind of tell us where you're at?
Yeah, so I'll actually give you guys a tour before we get started, but I'm sitting in the Clarence, New York factory, right near Buffalo, New York. Currently, I'm in the demo center, which is a very pristine, clean room. There's a few downdraft tables in here, our automation robot, and as you can see on the wall, the entire room is lined with the different tools that we carry. So I'll give you a quick little tour before we get started.
Now, how cool of a job did you get here, dude? Like, seriously, that just sounds like so much fun to like be able to play with, not necessarily play, but demonstrate tools.
I use the word play a lot. It's pretty cool. I came from the industrial print industry, so I had no experience in power tools or welding or this side of the industrial world. I loved it.
Yeah.
I started with Dynabraid a couple weeks before the pandemic hit. So maybe 3 weeks after I started, we all got sent home. We were back here. The factory was back here pretty much the entire time. They never really shut down. but the office people worked from home for 2 or 3 months, and then we came back here. So for the last 9 or 10 months, like this demo center has been a great escape from everything else. It's really cool. I learned a lot about our tools and the applications, like hands-on in this world. But now that COVID's up, I am now traveling to spend more time with end users and taking some welding classes, as many as I can.
Yes.
Yeah, and visiting distributors, going to trade shows. So now I can learn the other side of it. So it's a lot. It's really cool. I've enjoyed everything so far.
So have you been able to get back to like a regular quote unquote schedule now? Or are you guys still kind of like a hybrid type situation?
Sort of. So we're back at the office. We've been back for the last 9 or so months, 10 months now. Travel just started about a couple months ago. So my first travel experience was going to Lincoln Electric for a welding class. That was like right as COVID was ending. So it was one of their first classes back, actually. And they let us keep a helmet and a welding jacket and the gloves that we used. Normally they just sanitize them and reuse them, but because of COVID and they just started reopening, they were like, we're just happy to have students back. So
yeah,
that was a really cool experience for me. That was my first actual hands-on experience.
with welding. Now tell me about it. So Lincoln Electric, it was the headquarters, right? Where is that based out of?
Yeah, it's in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's a beautiful facility. I don't know if you guys ever have the chance to go. They do these weekend classes. They're only about $200, and it's just a chance to like go in and work on the virtual equipment, get a tour of the facility. They have rows and rows and rows of booths, pipe settings, CNC machines. Oh yeah, it was a really cool experience. I think the thing that I learned the most from that is the virtual reality is hard. It's not forgiving.
Right.
It taught me a lot though. All of the different terms and work speed and angle and how to stand and how to support your arm, and that's the kind of things that people like me who aren't in school for welding, it gave me such a different perspective for it. So when I finally stood into the booth, I kind of knew what I was doing.
Now, is that something that they normally do with that company, or they just wanted you to just get a different perspective because you didn't have the welding experience?
So a little bit about that, right? Dynabrade is an industrial company, so we sell into a ton of different markets: welding, metal fab, woodworking, automotive aftermarkets, aerospace, health, medical, blah 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 blah, so forth and so on. I mean, our tools are in every little fab shop to big industrial.
Yes,
plant.
they are.
So when I was hired, or a couple years before I was hired, my team came about to focus on our national accounts, like our big boys, Granger, MSC, Fastenal, Airgas. And we each have a division that we can help focus and learn more on. My coworker, Karen, she is with the auto team, and you see her on Dynabrade Auto all the time. And then the other account that you see a lot is Dynabrade Inc. So that's our industrial account, and it talks about everything that we do, all of the different markets, all new product releases, fun facts, stuff like that. And then my job with a few of the national accounts is to work with the welding division. So we have sales reps in every single territory. And they are the ones who are the feet on the street. They work with the distributors and the end users hands-on in their locations. And then I'm here to support them and learn more about welding so I can really support what they may not know.
That is such a cool job. And I have mad respect for Dynabrade for doing that. You know what I mean? Regardless of sex, whatever, like that's just so very cool. And the fact that you and I don't, what's the lady's name in charge of automotive?
Karen.
You guys are both women in charge of like the most coolest sectors. You know what I mean? Like, of course I had to have you on the show. I wanted to talk about it. It's such a neat job. And come on now, tools. Like without you guys, we cannot do our job. You know what I mean? You have to, you're only as good as your tools. So, oh my goodness. I absolutely love that. So, did it give you any like incentive to want to weld more or
yes. Yeah, no, I every chance I get, I really enjoy it. My friend and I are going to set up like a little welding thing in her extra garage. So we're pretty excited about that. It's something that I never thought I would like or have a chance to experience, and I can't wait to just learn more and do it a little bit more. It's really cool, and I love doing things like this with the end users because you guys know a side of things that we at a manufacturing level don't understand because we're not doing it every single day. So we know tools, we know our applications, we know it all. But you guys have just a knowledge that can't be taught like that. So thank you for asking me to do this. This is really cool.
So cool. And it's funny because we always talk about the different avenues that you can take within the welding industry, and it doesn't necessarily start with welding. You know what I mean? So it's cool that you got into this position, and then you kind of like have the bug now. So I absolutely love that. Like you're a clear indicator of what you can do. Like you never know when you walk through that door, right? Like, did you really know you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, welding's badass.
It is. And there's a lot of cool people in it. I've met it. Yeah.
It's super cool that the company just does that, period. You know what I mean? I have mad respect for them on that level. So let's see. Did you say you were going to be able to give us a tour?
Yeah. So just in this room, you're on the stand. So give me a second. I'll flip.
No, you're fine.
All right. So this is our demo room. It's normally for hands-on training, but because of the pandemic, we kind of adapted it to be able to do virtual training too.
Very
cool. So here's all of our clean air solution products. And like I said, there's tools in every section. So each section is kind of like a different grouping of tools. We have a few down deck tables, our automation, computer equipment, and here's where we're going to be working today. So here's a little preview of some of the tools that we're going to be talking about in my cheat sheet. Don't judge.
No, I'm not. I already saw my favorite over there. We're going to leave that one for last because, you know, I'm just like chomping at the bit to talk about that one.
Yeah. All right.
That's so cool.
Okay.
So what do you have for us tonight?
You want to get started? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can aim at the table a little bit. All right. So the first thing you guys kind of wanted to talk about was the differences between the Dynafile and the Dynafile 2. Yeah, let me move it around a little bit. Told you, technical difficulties.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's no different than how I am. Like, I'm always fidgeting. I'm always moving around. You're fine.
All right. So, can you see me all right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, this is the original Dynafile. This is the Dynafile 1. Mm-hmm. This was designed. It was the first tool designed in the company, and it's actually part of our logo.
Oh.
I'm going to move you a little closer anyway. So, this tool was designed to replace finger filing because they thought that there absolutely had to be an easier way. What's nice about this one is that there are 4 distinct points of contact. So you just pop this open. And then to put the abrasive in, I'm going to put this in front of you. To put the abrasive in, you have to hook it around this wheel right here and then around the assistant wheels, and it goes all the way down. So because there's 4 different wheels in here, you're able to really push down on the tool and put pressure into it.
Love that. I love that. And that's a pneumatic one, correct?
Yeah. So the majority of the tools that we carry are pneumatic. Mm-hmm. Almost everything is made here in the U.S. in the Clarence New York factory. So like 95% of our tools are USA made. Mm-hmm. We have an economy line that's called Nitro, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But that is the only import thing we have. So I'm going to flip it real quick and show you the catalog because it's the easiest way to explain what I'm about to talk about.
Yeah, that's fine.
But so the Dynafiles, I have 2 of them right here, so I can just show you actually on it the different kinds of contacts we have for different kinds of applications. So this is just the standard Dynafile. Mm-hmm. And then we have different contact arms for each different application you can think of. And a lot of these contact arms came about because people in the industry told us that there's a problem that they need to solve, or there's an application that just isn't working with the tools that we currently have or what's on the market. So there's a ton of different variation for just the Dynafile 1. The standard one does have a lot more contact arms than the Dynafile 2 and 3 because you can push down on the tip. It gives you a little bit more flexibility.
Oh my God, I love this one.
Yeah, the Dynafile 2. So this is the one I'm going to run a little bit for you guys later.
Yeah.
This was, I'm just going to show you the catalog real quick and then we'll flip back. So Dynafile 2 has a mini version, an electric version, and then a ton of contact arms that fit into any of those 3. And then all of these arms also go onto the Nitro file. All right, I'm going to flip you back.
And if we're looking for this tool, do you have the link on your page for us to check it out?
So the link is the website has more information, but if anyone wants to message me on anything I talked about tonight, like I can send you guys more updated information or tell you where to get it. If you go to our website and type in either the model number for the tool, which I can give you if you don't know it, or just the name of it, it should come up. But let me know if you have any problems. So the Dynafile 2, the things that make this different and the reason that it came about is if you have an Allen wrench, I actually loosen this for the purpose of this, but you can adjust it to the positions that you need it to be. I thought I did. So the reason for this is because there's a ton of different angles and spaces you need to be in. You're not just working at a station all the time, which is where the original Dynafile kind of lacks. So you can move this around to really give you the position that you need. With an Allen wrench, it's a ton easier at whatever angle you want. And then this only has 2 points in contact. So inside of here, it's just one more wheel like this, which means you can't push down as much because that's actually how you change the abrasive. If you see that pop out like that.
Yeah.
But what it gives you is a flatter surface to work on, the ability to work at different angles, and this tool can be turned into a die grinder with taking the head off with an Allen wrench right here.
Oh, that is so neat. You know why I like bugged you about this one? I have so many artist friends, and even myself, when I start working on something, there's always a spot where you can't get in with the 4-inch and you don't want to use the die because you know darn well you're going to break that bit. I think I teased something earlier. This was like 10 years ago. I broke one of like the last bits on earth. It was a weekend gig and there was only one place I could get a bit and it was like a $70 bit and I was like done for. So I had to hand do everything for finish work and I was not a happy woman. You know what I mean? Like that is,
it takes so much more time and effort and it's more exhausting on you.
Oh yeah. And then you're going to have to bust out like the hand files. No, thank you. No, thank you. That is such a cool tool. Love it.
Yeah, there's so many different options. I really can't show you all of them, obviously. But so I did grab a Dynafile 3. I know there's a ton of versions. The 3 is a 1 horsepower versus the 2 that's 0.7 horsepower. But the reason I grabbed this out for you, it can also be turned into a die grinder.
Cool.
But I wanted to show you this wheel. So we have something like this for the 2 as well, or different sizes and variations of it. But having something that you can change the angle of that has a rounded edge, especially when you use it with the scallop abrasives, it gives you the ability to go into, I don't know if you can actually see it, but all of my work pieces are like pretty clean. We're about to get some new ones. It is what it is. But you can really curve into places like this as the tool is running to clean it out. And I just pushed it off because it's not running and I'm holding a phone with one hand. But
You're fine. We got it. You're fine. That is cool. I like that one too. I have never seen that one.
Yeah, there's I mean there's so much. Without walking you through the catalog, I can't really talk about all of the contact arms and abilities that it has. But the thing that most people say is that they buy a Dynafile or a Dynafile 2 or any of these variations because they have one specific thing they want to use it for. Yeah. And then every single thing they're doing, they're like, oh, I bet the Dynafile could work here. I bet it could fit here. I bet there's some kind of like a contact arm or application that this could be used for. Yeah. So they're constantly telling us like new ways that they used it. So if it's the way you've used it, let me know.
Yeah, it seems super versatile. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So we have a ton of like two-handed tools as well. This doesn't have an abrasive on it, but this is just one of the other tools I wanted to quickly show you.
Yeah. Hold on, Lexi, the Dynafile also comes in electric option as well, correct?
The Dynafile 2 comes in an electric option. Okay, so that's the one that can turn. The standard only comes in pneumatic, and the Nitro does not come in electric. So we actually only have a couple of electric tools. The Dynafile and a Dynasure, which is I can go grab one in a second, but it's a inline finishing wheel tool. Mm-hmm. So that is a new product that we just released. You may have seen me post about it. Mm-hmm. That is electric, and then we have an electric buffer. Everything else we offer is pneumatic. And like I said, mm-hmm. most of it's made in the US, some of it's an economy import.
Love it. Thank you.
So I really only have the belt tools and the different orbitals out right now. The grinders and the general purpose tools could be a entire another event. I'd be glad to do it. It would just be too much to like have out and cover all at once.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So, do you have any other questions about the files before I talk about the orbitals? And then I can talk around everything at the end.
No, I'm gonna have to get my hand on it so I can mess with it, because I've been watching the Sarah's page. And that's the only, like, I saw that and I was like, oh my God, don't forget that one. I think every conversation we've had, I'm like, make sure you have that one, make sure. That's just a game changer. I could think of like so many ways to use it. Just like quick, taking off of slag, finishing up art pieces, finishing up plate. Like, oh my God. I didn't even know it turned into, hey Sarah, I didn't even know it turned into a die grinder. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And do you guys always also carry the abrasives there as well?
Oh yeah. So we carry every accessory and abrasive for all of the tools that we offer. The majority of our tools are all abrasive based tools. And then we have buffers and stuff like that as well. But almost everything you see, if you look through our catalog, has some kind of abrasive function.
The replacement.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. We sell the abrasives for it. You can buy the belts individually and up to 100.
Oh wow.
Or as many as you want, honestly. But you can buy them one by one if you want.
Right.
And then we sell obviously the pads for the orbitals and all of the different kinds of woodworking standing things we have. We sell everything that goes with our products.
What type of warranty do you guys have with your the Dynaphiles?
So the Dynaphiles and everything else that's like made here in the USA factory has a lifetime factory warranty.
Wow.
So if anything breaks on the tool, but you're taking care of it, you're adding the oil when you need to, you're doing your maintenance, but something happens that shouldn't be happening, then we replace it.
Sure.
But almost the majority of our tools have a repair program as well. So that's a fixed rate. You send in the tool, and everything that can be replaced on the tool, we replace, clean up, and send it back. Our industrial tools can last 30, 40, 50 years. You can send a tool replaced 3 or 4 times throughout its life. And as long as you're taking care of it, the paint might chip and it might be a little beat up after a couple decades, but it's kind of fun.
You guys are awesome. I love that. I love the backing of your products. Sarah is asking, do you guys offer polishing compounds?
Yes, we do. So I can get you more information for that. I do not know a ton about the polishing and buffing side of things.
That's fine.
That falls more in the auto world, and I guess art, metal fabrication and painting and artistry too. Sorry, Sarah.
That's okay. Well, that's just an excuse for us to have a part 2.
There you go.
and we can also put the link for the website too, so you guys can go and check out the other options that they have. But thank you.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, I can send you information. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if anybody has any questions. Do you guys have anything you want to ask about the Dynaphile before she moves on? Hold on. I'm just going through real quick. Without tools, I can't do it. Hi. Sorry, guys. A couple minutes.
That's okay. The camera's too far away. I can't even see who's on.
Oh, I know. I'm just, usually it just like blows through, so I kind of didn't, but we have a moment, so I can kind of check to see. Okay, I think we're good, so we can kind of move on to the next.
So if we do this again, I can do it in more of a tool clinic-like fashion where I really go deep dive into a couple tools. We talk about the specs of it. We can run do demos like that.
Yeah.
Today I was just going to do like a general overall purpose. I'm not set up to do a deep dive on anything. But if that's something you're interested in, we can totally pick a category and do a deep dive into it.
Well, and while we're kind of talking about that, how do you guys go about, like, do you offer, I know I saw you guys over at Sarah's work. So is that something that you guys actively do, is like seek out different workplaces or schools that you could, have some type of like workshop with your tools?
So Sarah's was a little bit different of an example. All of our sales reps, so we have 35 across the US, go in with distributors into different shops or different end user locations upon request. And they do demonstrations. Each sales rep has like 100 to 150 tools on them. So they can bring them in, run them with you, teach you about the different tools, and then set you up with the distributor to get all of the purchasing done. We only sell through distribution. So we do not sell directly to the end user. You have to go through your local national account or your local industry account. But yeah, so all of our reps are prepared to go in and like do demonstrations and do things hands-on. Sarah, being one of our brand ambassadors, I went up there to not only do that demo and like walk through all the tools with their team, but I actually got the chance to shadow her team and learn a little bit about their roles, how they use our tools, and really just spend an afternoon with them, watching them do their jobs and talking about the different tools that we had in comparison to the tools that they were using.
Sure.
So long answer short, I guess, or short answer long, yes. Yes, we do that. Like, you just have to reach out to anyone and we can get you guys set up with like your local people or a local distributor, and they can do stuff like that. But if there's end users out there who like want me to come visit for the day, let me know and we can talk about that too.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. Yes, absolutely, yes. And I'm kind of like, you know, I was asking, I saw that little the mobile trailer that you have with all the tools, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to necessarily, what we were talking about, I can't say, but if other people are interested, I know that sounds awful. I'm sorry, guys. I can't say it. But if there's other like events or workplaces that have accounts with them, reach out to Lexi so that there's a possibility that you guys could, you know, try all this stuff out. So
there are 3 of those vans across the east, one on the east, one on the west, and one in the central.
I'm gonna drive one
throughout the different reps and territories. So each one has it for like a month.
That's so cool.
They do distributor training. So like they go in and let all the distributor reps and sales reps learn about it. But they also do end user events depending on what the distributors or end users want to do in that area. So it can be an end user training or things along those lines. Those vans are really cool. They're a great resource.
Yeah.
It's like in a candy store, being able to walk through.
Yeah, definitely. Sarah's asking, what's the best die grinder? Are you set up with die grinders right now?
I am not. No, they're all kind of like put away in the drawers over there.
What's one of your best selling ones that you have right now?
Yeah, so that would be like one of our 20 horsepower die grinders. I'm gonna be honest, or 20,000. I don't know a ton about die grinders. So I can get you that information. I can show you what we do have. It's kind of at another time. I can show you everything we do have because it is all put away right now.
You're like after hours right now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. I'm like one of the only people in the building. So
I still love you, Lexi.
I came in and like all the tools I had laid out were not laid out anymore. So I get them.
That's fine. No, that's fine. I think I forget sometimes that, you know, West Coast, East Coast, like I am on, it's only like 5:30 or something like that right now, you know, so I forget it's like almost your bedtime right now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Sarah, I can definitely get you that information, but what I can tell you is that we have over 500 or 600 different general purpose tools, and that includes die grinders. So we have the 7-degree offset, the extension ones, 12,000 horsepower up to, I think, 25,000, don't quote me. And there's a ton of different variations depending on what you need. So there's the straight, the extended, the offset, the right angle, for the industrial. And then I guess I haven't talked too much about the nitro yet. So nitro is our economy line. And when you compare it to the industrial, nitro is like for the sporadic user, someone who's only going to be using it for like a couple hours a day, or a small fabrication shop, or people who purchase tools every 2 weeks because they use them constantly and burn through them. And especially in the automotive aftermarket, fab shops, stuff like that, they have a pretty good place in those. But like I said, keep in mind our industrial tools are top of the line tools. They are going to keep you forever. They're great tools, and we have a lot of resources available for them. But our line, they're good they're good tools. We went through a lot of different lines before we decided on an economy line that kind of stood up to the Dynabrand standards.
Now, are you set up with any of the nitro right now?
I have the nitro file in front of me, but I can grab a couple of the die grinders. Those are out.
All right. So many tools. I know. I just want to work there. Yes, all made in the USA, you guys. Except for some of the nitro line. Can we get a tour there? I'm gonna ask her. Can we tour her facility? Can we play with the tools? Can we play with the tools there? Can we ever like go tour there? Is that something that they do?
Yeah, so we welcome anyone. You just have to go and set something up. We allow companies to come in, end user companies to come in for hands-on training. Distributors, their entire sales team can come here for training, and we do a lot of that throughout the year.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, so I only grabbed a few of them. So we do have a Nitro file, which is the Dynafile 2. It's the exact same size, obviously different motor. This can be a die grinder as well. All of the Nitro tools you see, they're the ones with the orange casing. This is what you're seeing all over social media and stuff like that. Yes, I will be at FabTech. Sarah.
Yeah, did you see her?
Sarah, I have not made this announcement yet, but Sarah is actually going to be one of our brand ambassador demonstrations at FabTech.
Yes!
On Wednesday at 1 p.m., Sarah is going to be with us. I'm super excited. Hers is electric, yeah. So you get to run a pneumatic one while you're there.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask about FabTech. Are you guys going to be there?
Yes, we will. This is my first FabTech. I'm very excited. I'm happy that it's still happening. I know a lot of the big companies dropped out, but I think it's going to give a chance for some of the smaller people to really
shine.
To shine and a little bit more networking.
Yeah.
We're still super excited to go. I know a lot of companies are still going. It's going to be great. I think that this is going to be a huge turnout because everyone's super excited to do things again.
Yes. That stinks. I'm not going to FabTech. I'm going to SEMA.
Yes, but you can look for our team at SEMA too.
Oh, good. You guys are going to be at SEMA too. Oh, I'll be all over it, man. I'm going to play with the file. I need to play with this. Oh, I can't wait. That's cool.
Yeah, no, they'll be excited to meet you. I will not be at SEMA, but Karen and a bunch of people from my company will be.
Sweet. I'll be looking for her.
Yeah, man, I'll have them look out for you too. So,
yeah.
Right and straight, I mean, this is just the standard die grinder, right?
Yeah.
The Nitro ones are 18,000 and 20,000, depending on which model you have.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a small buffer, an extension cutoff tool, a really cool tool that will take it's made for like paint and decals and stuff. There's a rubber wheel and then there's a metal wheel that scrapes all off without damaging the underneath.
Oh, nice.
We have a giant cutoff wheel, a couple buffers, and that new inline finishing tool that I was telling you about.
Let me see that cutoff one real quick. How long is that?
Yes, this is, I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure.
Let me see. We're going to try to measure this. So how long? How long is your foot? Okay, in comparison to your head. Holy moly, that's badass.
Yeah, Sarah, your electric Dynafile can be a die grinder. I'll send you a video on how to change it.
What is the RPM on that one?
This is 14,000.
Wow, that's and it's a 4-inch?
4.5, I think. Okay,
right.
Yeah. Here, I don't have anything to run it on, but I'll plug it in and run it over it.
I love it. Love that sound.
Yeah, me too.
I love that you love it. It's awesome. Did you see that question from Sarah? She asked about the Dynafile being a die grinder.
Yeah. I told her it could, and I will send her a video. So
good
the
deal.
Dynafile 2, 3, the Nitro, like all of those can be turned into die grinders. So the other thing you want to talk about was Orbital Sanders, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll run a couple of things. So our piece, the work pieces that I have right now don't have a ton of welds on them, but I'll run the Dynafile 2, and then the Nitro file to kind of show you the difference, and one of the orbitals quickly. But that's all I'm set up to run right now. But like I said, we can do another one and run everything else eventually. So we have 3 different kinds of orbitals based on what application you're trying to do. The Supreme is the heaviest one. So if you're working on horizontal surfaces, it weighs enough that it's not going to jump around while you're using it, and you really don't have to put much pressure on it. It's going to do the work for you. The Spirit, super light. It's made for like vertical and above you sanding.
That one is badass.
And then there's what?
I love that one.
Yeah, there's the Spirit. It's one of the lightest tools. I mean, it's really easy. I don't know the weights of all of them, but the Extreme falls right in the middle of it. So the Extreme was designed, it's the strongest or highest power to weight ratio of any orbital on the market.
Oh,
It
wow.
was designed with like a recess for your hands, so it
Yeah.
has more comfort when you're using it. And when you run it, the weight is enough on it that you can just run it and it's gonna move without jumping around or skipping or do anything like that.
Shut up, Sarah.
What did she say?
She said, "Where's Tim Allen?"
I bet he'd do a little better of a job than me.
No way.
So the Extreme comes in 3 different orbit patterns and 3 different sizes: the 5-inch, 6-inch, and then a little baby 3-inch one, which is perfect for all the little spaces and to get around corners. And it's so much lighter, especially if you're doing it above you with small tight corners.
Yeah.
That an orbital can reach to. It's gonna be really helpful.
3-inch orbital is my favorite for small parts and brackets. Yeah, heck yeah, that is so cute.
Hi, Greg. So like I said, like I'll run a couple of tools,
Okay.
but I am by far an end user, so my technique is all right.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
judging.
do as well as like any of you guys can do, but I can run all of them another time. And then if you follow along, Long Roofer right there, which is Greg Angle, he does a lot of different videos of applications and stuff. Hi, Greg. Greg is also one of our brand ambassadors for the auto world. So
we're all gonna go and stalk you now, so don't mind us.
Do it. And you can joke around with him as much as you want. He is sort of funny.
How can we get that shirt there too? We need it. Are you liking it?
How do I like working for Dime Bread?
Yeah.
I love it. It's been a really cool year and a half. I've learned so much while being here, and I still obviously have a lot to learn, but it's going along pretty cool, and I get to meet a lot of great people like you guys.
I can't see.
So, like I said, don't judge my application. You guys will probably be able to do this a lot more. If you come visit us at FabTech or SEMA, you'll get to see a great demonstration and maybe have the chance to do it. But Orbital Sanders. So the things that may be pretty obvious to all of you, but it's great for like a newer user, is you always want to start on your workpiece and stop off. That's going to prevent a lot of the swirl marks. And when you're using Orbital Sander, you want to follow the pattern of going up and down completely and then side to side. That's going to work the best with your orbit and stop a lot of issues that you're going to run into and swirl marks and patterns that you don't mean to. So I'll run this really quickly. The lights aren't the best. I don't know if you can even really see the workpiece, but next time we do something like this, I'll be set up with the cameras in this room, which we'll be able to zoom in and actually give you guys like a tool talk like situation. Don't tell.
There you go.
So this isn't a really super aggressive abrasive, so it's not going to do too much for it. But I really just wanted to show that I'm not putting much pressure on it. It's pretty much working for me, even being one of our lighter orbitals. So being able to work on a flat surface or above you is completely feasible. And like what I mentioned, all you have to do really, don't do this when you're working, obviously, but one finger, you can pretty much guide it around. It's not going to run away from you or anything like that.
Wow. We'll love
and
it.
Then, all right, so you want to see the Dynafile 2 run? Nitro or Dynafile first?
Nitro.
Nitro first, all right. So the Nitro, the cool thing about our Nitro line is that when you run them side by side against one of our industrial tools, they're going to feel pretty similar. Obviously, the industrial tools are better, but that quality and speed, when you're using the economy line as sporadically as it's meant for, it's going to stay at the quality that it is when you first got it for the most part. It's not going to wear out too heavily. So when you're on them side by side, you're going to feel a little bit of a similar situation. Again, no judgments, okay? So even with just a few quick passes on my terrible form, you can see that it pretty much took down the weld and flattened it out. And because it's a small belt, and this can go down to, I want to say, 1/4 of an inch,
Wow.
it can really keep that inline finish without messing around too much. So if you only have to take down the weld, it's a great small little resource. I don't have any pipes or corner welds or fillet welds or outside box pipes or anything right now, but we will later on. So next time we do something like this, we actually can run that and I can show you some of the different contact arms actually being used in their application. I'm very limited in resources at the moment, so I
love the fact that you actually knew that stuff right now. Like you just super impressed me. Like
I
technical
try.
terms.
It's so fascinating. It really is. I love talking with you guys and learning more about your jobs. I'm not ashamed to say that I binged and I am binging Arc Junkie.
I love it.
Being someone who's not in the industry, listening to a podcast like that, people who are experiencing and like living through the industry, what they've learned, and like a lot of it is what they teach their students.
Yeah.
And being someone who is learning about it, it's such a great resource that I don't think they even realize that they are to people in and out of the industry.
No, I did the same thing when I was in college. I would just like scroll through podcasts and YouTube just to find like my specific application for that moment. Like my go-to was always Jody Collier, and you know what? Before a test, I would like pull it up and boom, he would have the exact test that I'd be taking, and I passed all of them, and I always like credit him, like, you know what? You're the reason why I passed those tests. I had to just look them up, and all right, and I went and did it. No, they're huge. It's very valuable to have that information. We have it at our fingertips, so it's so cool to have.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, and it's available at all times throughout the day. So when I'm not traveling or with end user with distributors, a lot of my time is spent in an office, upstairs in my office, doing a lot of paperwork. So part of my job is to maintain the digital component with our distributors, make sure that they have all of our products in their system and all of the information is right. Unfortunately, it's a lot of Excel work, but I really enjoy the traveling and getting the rest of it. So we'll forgive the Excel work.
That's okay though. I mean, I love the fact that I just like the fact that you're even using any of these terms right here. You know, it's interesting because you go to we'll say Home Depot, so I don't offend anybody. And they don't necessarily know what the heck they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like you go to O'Reilly's and they're like, huh, you're like, look, just give me the computer. I'll find what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like I absolutely love that you've taken the initiative to do, research and get more educated on it. So I think it's very important.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm in such a unique position that my position at Dynabraid is newer to the company. And because I work in support of all of the reps who do all of the selling, I have a very different approach to it. I'm not in the field selling every day, so I have the time to really try and be the expert that would help them and help Dynabraid know what is needed in the industry. And until I can spend more time with you guys and really learn maybe what's missing or what isn't known, that's when I can start to apply the things I know about Dynabraid and our tools and our applications.
Sure. Well, and that's important for you guys for the evolution of your lines. You know what I mean? So it's so smart that you have that. It's so fun too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people at Dynabraid have the same mindset. Everyone is an expert in their own thing, or learning to be that. Mm-hmm. And that's just what we are. I mean, we're a smaller US company, so there's only, I think, about 100, 150 employees in the US. And then we have people in Europe and Brazil and Mexico and all of that as well. But it's a pretty small company, and everyone really works well together to like train and make sure that we know the different applications and all of the different industries that we talk to.
Love that. So will you just recap real quick how we can get you to come out to events or figure out what region, you guys are at or whatever, so that we can have more of these type of talks with your company? And I just want to thank Dynabraid, period, just for having, it's a Welding Women Syndicate. So just having like a woman in your position, I absolutely love it. You have one of those cool niche jobs that you never know. Maybe you're going to be like the next most famous pipe welder or something, like, you know what I mean? You never know what happens with your journey because you just walked through that door to have that job. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate these type of jobs and tools. Like, come on now, it's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty grateful. I mean, so like I said, I'm not totally set up for an entire product talk today. I only have a few of our different lines out and the top sellers at that. And I'm the only one in the building. So maybe if we do this at a different time on a different day in the future, we can really do a deeper dive, talk about the different tools, like do different application-based things. And we can do it slowly. We can do a couple tools at a time, and stuff like that. And then look out for my account, Lexi at Lexi_Dynabraid, Dynabraid_auto, and then the Dynabraid Inc. account. Well, we all post different information things about the tools and applications and where we're going to be. If you are in the welding fab world, reach out to me. If you're in the auto world, reach out to the Dynabraid Auto. We can tell you where the Dynavan is going to be, what events we're going to be at, get you connected with the sales reps in your local territory, get you the information that you need, go to our website, all of that jazz. So just reach out to us, and anyone who answers is going to be more than welcome to like push you in the right direction.
I love that. Now, was there something that you guys had going on? What was it that you were going to talk about? Because we're wrapping up a little bit.
Yeah.
There's something that is going on in the next couple of months that you guys are doing with the company. So you guys will be at FabTech.
Yes.
Are you guys doing something with products? Some type of like, I don't know, through social media?
We will be. So if you follow Dynabraid_auto, she's talking about different belt tools right now, little informational pieces. I'll be posting some things about orbitals. And as we continue, we're all going to be posting different things in all of the pages. I am going to be doing 2 giveaways in the next 5 weeks before September. One of them, I am partnering with Sarah Stork. So she donated a beautiful turtle sculpture. Go look at her page if you haven't seen it yet.
It's
mine. Good luck. That announcement is coming out soon, probably early next week-ish.
Sweet.
And then I'm doing another one with another one of our brand ambassadors who is also going to be doing a demonstration at FabTech this year, Sean Florington, who is Dab Wellington on Instagram. He is going to be giving away a awesome little weld cube. So he's pretty soon going to be posting a video talking about teaching everyone, because that's what he's so good at, teaching everyone his process and what he does. And then that will be part of the giveaway next week. And each giveaway will have a Dynabraid tool as well. And
I love it. So you guys stay tuned and make sure you follow these pages, because I'll be tagging. I have them tagged up on all the content. I saw Dynabraid and I was just like, tag. I don't even know. Maybe they're not even associated. Tag. I don't even know. But make sure you guys go ahead and follow that, because they have a bunch of cool stuff coming up. And then when everybody goes to FabTech, go and say hello. You'll be there, so make sure you say hi to Lexi and give her, some credit for like just showing up as a woman on this, man. It's so cool. I love the fact that you're doing this. I love the fact that it's just you're in this position. It's nice to see.
Thank you. Reach out to me if you guys are going to FabTech. Reach out, like we can meet up. I'm going to that Sunday event at the Hard Rock with a lot of you. So I'm excited to meet all of you. It's pretty cool to talk over Instagram and see each other in the posts and everything, but meeting live is a totally different experience.
Yes!
So I'm super excited for FabTech and all of the trade shows to come, and I really hope it still happens.
Awesome, Lexi. Well, I appreciate your time tonight. And if there's anything else you want to talk about, let me know. We can do a part 2. And we will make sure that we have everything linked up on the page when we wrap this up. And yeah, I appreciate it. I know it's getting late, so I'm trying to wrap it up for you. Because
no worries.
I see it.
I'm already up at this point. It is what it is. Yeah. So I walked through a bunch of tools today, and it was a little boring. I didn't run anything. I don't have too many applications. But I just really want to kind of cover a little bit of the tools that a lot of people don't see much in this market. So I can definitely do another talk about the die grinders and all of the 2-hand tools we have. There's 1,000 more belt tools.
Holy moly.
Yeah, there's so many different things, and we can really do like a deep dive in application-based things, but that's more future plans.
Yeah, well, that's, all I did was I went and grabbed some of the more common ones that I've seen on social media, and some of the ones that you just kind of need, metal fabricator, welder, automotive. Yeah. Just some of the more common ones, so we could quickly see what options there were, what's available, and who you could reach out to attain them. So I do appreciate the time, man.
Thank you. If you guys use Dynabraid tools, let me know what you use and what your application is.
And tag her. Post pictures and tag it.
Tag me.
Exposure, man. They're in the USA. We got to give them that love.
Yes, absolutely. But if you're ever in Buffalo, New York, and you want to come see it, let me know.
So jealous. I need to be in New York. That's so cool. All right, dude. Well, I appreciate you coming in tonight. And
Yes.
I'll up all
Thank
the
you so much
information.
for having me. I really appreciate you
Yeah,
guys
you did a
doing it.
fantastic job, Lexi. I appreciate it. And I'll tag you in this, so if you want to repost it, feel free. And then I'm going to just take the name of the tools that you had from the email, and I'll put it into the post when I do it right now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, girl. Then I will talk to you soon. We'll talk to you about that other thing.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
All right, girl. Bye.